Maximilian armor is a modern term applied to the style of early 16th century German plate armor associated with, and possibly first made for the Emperor Maximilian I. The armor is still white armor, made in plain steel, but it is decorated with many flutings that may also have played a role in deflecting the points and blades of assailants and strengthening the structural strength of the plates. It is a transitional stage in the decoration of armor, after the plain steel surfaces of 15th century armor and before the elaborate decoration and coloring with etching and other techniques of Renaissance armor. The armor is characterized by armets and close helmets with bellows visors, small fan-shaped narrow and parallel fluting, often covering most of the harness, etching work taken from woodcuts, sharply waisted cuirasses, and squared sabatons. According to an alternative version, the name is related to Maximilian II, as the last Maximilian armor was made especially for him in 1557, 17 years after it passed out of general use. The armor was designed to imitate the pleated clothing that was considered fashionable in Europe at the time. Some armor combined long pleat-like fluting with lines of rectangular shapes imitating contemporary fabrics decorated with slashing or quilting, a trend that developed in 15th and especially 16th century Europe was to create armor that not only provided the maximum amount of protection, but was also visually pleasing. Maximilian armor combined the rounded Italian style of armor with the German fluted style. About the term, not every armor worn by Maximilian I was Maximilian-style armor. The most famous armor worn by Maximilian was Gothic-style armor, which was worn by Maximilian when he was a young prince and later presented as an honorable wedding gift for his uncle Sigmund. Maximilian I became emperor in 1493 and died in 1519. The classic Maximilian armor is known from 1515 to 1525, and similarly shaped armor with lesser different fluting was produced from 1500. Transitional Schottenberg style. Early types of Maximilian armor with either no fluting or Wolf-Zani style fluting and could be worn with the sallet are called Schottenberg style armor by Oakeshott. This transitional armor was worn from 1500 to 1520, and true Maximilian armor was worn from 1515 to 1525. Some other historians do not fully separate Schottenberg style from Maximilian armor. Italian alla tedesca armor. Italian alla tedesca armor is an Italian armor of 1500 to 1515 with fluting and the Maximilian breast shape. Knee-long tassets were often worn with a bellows-visored sallet. This kind of armor is considered by Oakeshott to be a kind of Schottenberg style armor made by Italians for the German market. Parallels with late case and brast armor. It is interesting to find that the cuirass shape of the Schottenberg style was foreshadowed in Germany, half a century before it finally appeared. Several tomb effigies and paintings of 1400 to 1500 show extremely rounded, bulbous breastplates. As I have said, this was often an alternative to the boxed case and brast style. Such armor of the first half of the 15th century are separated by Oakeshott from case and brast armor as Alwati armor. However, other historians consider it as a kind of case and brast armor. Gallery.